grade twos. Yesterday you watched a video on Brain Pops about dividing things or numbers into equal groups. So the word divide, we use that word to mean that we're going to take a big number or a big thing and put it into equal groups. Now for fractions, we were talking about this. You had a whole thing and the whole thing is split into equal parts. So for example, 2 equal parts are halves. For division, when we're dividing with numbers, we're not really splitting them into equal parts, it's equal groups is the big idea we're talking about. So for example, if I have the number 20 right here, and I want to split it into 4 equal groups, I know that 20 divides into 4 equal groups, and each group will have 5. And the reason I know this is because I already know. I know that 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. So that's 4 groups of 5 right there. And I know that means 5 times 4 is 20, or 4 times 5 is 20. Now I already knew that. But sometimes you get a number that you can't tell quickly how it's going to divide. And now I'm going to show you an easy trick on how you can figure that out. Here we have a division question. It says 12 divided into 4 groups. So the way we write that as a number sentence is we write 12. It's a number we're dividing. And in division, like subtraction, it is the bigger number that goes to the front always. 12 divided by 4 means we're dividing 12 into 4 even groups. So the easy way to do this, to get used to this, is to draw 4 groups now. So I'm going to draw 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have to make 12 fit evenly into those. So I'm going to use 12 things. I'm going to have 12 counters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't want those. There's my 12 counters. I'm going to divide them evenly, so I'm going to do it one at a time. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, and it works perfectly. So 12 divided into 4 groups is 3. There is 3 in each group. Using counters or something to divide is a great way to start division. But if you think that maybe you'd rather just draw the problem, then let's do that. So here's 12 divided to 4 again. I'm still going to draw the 4 groups, but this time I'm going to use tally marks instead. And I'm just going to make sure I count. I don't want to lose track. I'm going to count while I go. Are you ready? I'm going to go count from 1 and stop when I hit 12. And 1 in each group. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I have the same answer. There's 3 in each group. Here's another division problem. I'm just going to divide. 24 divided by 6. So I'm going to have 24 to start, and I want to put them in 6 groups. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to draw 6 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm going to divide 24 into those 6 groups, just going one at a time. So ready? I have to count. Don't lose track. Make sure you count 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, again, it worked perfectly. Can you see how many are in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Sometimes you're going to get a number that does not divide into equal groups. And I'm going to pick a number right now. It's the number 11. So if I have 11 of something and 2 friends, each friend can get 5. That's 10. And there will be 1 left over. And we have something left over, we call it a remainder. And can you see here, I did the 2 groups. There's 5 and 5 and 1 left over. That's how 11 would look. So 11 divides into 2 groups of 5 with 1 remainder or 1 leftover. We use the word leftover sometimes too. And I like that word because it's easy to think about when you think about your food or eating with your family. If you're having dinner with your family, or maybe it's your friends or anyone, and you have a big meal that you're sharing, and everyone gets an equal part, and everyone eats it all and they're full, but there's still some food left. And we call those leftovers because we've shared equally, it's what's left over, and usually you put it in the fridge, you have another day. But it's the same idea, it's you share something equally, and there's 1 left over, or there's a remainder. And the remainder could be more than 1. That's just for my example. Also, your next Brain Pops you're gonna watch after the next couple days is about remainders and what happens if there's 1 left over when you're dividing. Now I've got another question here. It says 13 divided by 2. So I just need 2 groups. And I'm gonna put 13 into the 2 groups. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, I could go back here for 13, but then this group will have 1 too many. So the 13 is out here. Let's check that they're even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. So 13 is one of those numbers that would have a leftover or a remainder. So if someone asked you to put 13 into 2 groups, you would say, sure, there'll be 6 in each group and there'll be 1 left over. There'll be a remainder of 1. I put the R for remainder. We don't need to do this in grade 2. This is older math, but we do want you to know that some numbers aren't going to divide evenly into groups, and there will sometimes be a leftover, or the math word we often use is remainder. Okay, so we're looking at division now. I'm going to show you some problems to see if you can figure them out. It says, share the cookies equally between the children. How many cookies do Bobby and Serena each get? So let's just practice writing it first. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have 8 cookies. And we're going to divide them into how many equal groups? Into 2 equal groups, because there's 2 friends here. And then how many will each of them get? What is 8 divided by 2? Did you know the answer? I do. It is 4. Each of them will get 4. This next question says, share the slices of pizza equally between the 2 plates. How many slices of pizza per plate? And these 2 plates are very much like the circles I showed you on the whiteboard. So we had 6 pieces to start, and we're dividing into 2 equal groups again. We're dividing to half, right? When it's 2 equal groups, it's half, and there's 3 on each plate now. Share the fish equally between the tanks. Let's figure out how many fish there are first. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So there are 12 fish, and we're going to share them not in half, into 3 equal groups now. So they're going to 3 tanks. Do you know what the answer is going to be if 12 divided by 3? It is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the next question. How many fish per tank now? It's the same number of fish, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But now we're dividing them amongst 4 tanks. So it's not 3 tanks this time. So I wonder what the answer will be. And remember, the last question we discovered that 12, when it was divided into 3 tanks, there would be 4 in each one. Now we have 12 divided by 4, and the answer is 3. There's 3 fish in each tank. Just like multiplication, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 3 is 12. You could say 12 divided by 3 is 4, or 12 divided by 4 is 3. Share the strawberries equally between Anne and Sanjeev. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm not going to do it slow this time. I want to see if you can figure out 10 divided by 2. So divided in half. There's 2 equal groups here. How many is it going to be? 5. And we know that one easily because 5 plus 5 is 10. How many worms does each bird get? Let's count the worms. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14. And we're dividing 14 in half into 2 equal groups. So what is 14 into 2 equal groups? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it is 7 because I do know 7 plus 7 equals 14. One more here. There are 40 chocolates in the box. How many chocolates would Mr. and Mrs. Gotti each get if they are shared out equally? Can you write the calculation? So the number that we're starting with, our whole number, our big number, is 40. This is my divided sign. I'm dividing it amongst how much? So this word problem, how many groups will I divide it into? 2, because there are 2 people. There's one person and a second person. How many will each of them get? I know the answer. I actually know that it's 20, because I know 20 plus 20 equals 40, or if 40 were divided into 2 equal groups, it would be 20. I'm going to show you your worksheet now, and then you're all done your math for today. So your worksheet looks like this. It says feeding the owlets sharing sheet. Can you share the mice equally between the owlets? Write the number of mice in each circle. So I'm going to do this question right here. Let's see how many mice there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is the number that we're sharing. That's our big number. And how many even groups? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 owlets. So we're going to divide the 6 mice into 3 groups. Now I think this is probably a pretty friendly number and you would be able to do it, but I'm going to show you just in case. So my method was drawing a line in each box to see how many and splitting it evenly. So let's do that for 6. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it divides up evenly, and there are 2 in each box. So each owl would get 2. So 6 divided into 3 equal groups is 2 in each group. And we'll just double check. So here's 2 mice. We'll put them into a group of 2, 2, and 2. It works perfectly. Each owlet would get 2 if they are shared equally. So for your math, you need to write the number in each box of how many each owlet would get. And I really would like to see you also write the division sentence, if you can, above the question. Enjoy your math.